Good evening, Highlands. Brian Reese again. Woodwrights of Highlands, floor to ceiling remodels, porches to pergolas, and most things in between. Our last video was about aging in place and keeping our loved ones safe, independent at home, very near and dear to our hearts. This one is too. This is about your historic home that you've invested in and you're putting the love into, that you are being the steward of. Both my partner Gerald and my family both go back about 200 years. Our ancestors had a big hand in building Highlands, and we still do, and we appreciate those of you that take on that responsibility and put the love into these homes that they deserve. Highlands is a rainforest. There's a lot of maintenance issues in a rainforest in general, but in an old house too. Some of the things we can look for are miscoloration on your ceiling. That's a pretty good indication you might have water getting through your roof. Worth it to get up and look at your roof, see if your screws are backing out in your tin as things get hot and cold, wet and dry. Screws and nails like to back out. I'm sure you've seen that. If you have soft spots on your siding and your windows, rails, anywhere, that's rot. You need to deal with it. And the ounce of prevention's worth the pound and a half of cure. Foundations like to settle up here. We are a rainforest, and a lot of Highlands is swampy. If you live in the town limits, you might have some swampy land. If you have a door that didn't stick yesterday and suddenly is sticking, if you've got drywall or plaster cracking, if you got floors that are less than level and they weren't yesterday, you could have structural movement and foundation settling. You want to keep on top of that before it becomes a big problem. You know, keeping your gutters and your downspouts clean. These things help with that sort of thing too. Another problem with the rainforest, well, I guess everywhere, but majorly up here is the insects. You know, termites and powder post and carpenter bees. Carpenter bees are real fun because they bring woodpeckers with them, and they will tear up your siding and they'll tear up your fascia trying to get that tasty meal. So we use something called Boracare. It does not replace Terminex. It's a preventative, and it soaks into the wood and keeps a lot of those at bay. Some of the other problems you'll have with your old home is outdated plumbing and electrical. Those will ruin your day. You know, aluminum wire was a big thing way back in the day. Overloading panels and circuits was and seems to still be a big thing. Your plumbing's the same. Your galvanized pipes, they corrode, they clog. Your old copper is going to pinhole and it's going to go at some point. Your shut-off valves, they corrode. If you want to wreck your afternoon, is have plumbing or electrical fail. So if you're going to have any work done, if you're going to remodel a kitchen or a bathroom, these are the times. When you've got plumbing and electrical exposed, update them. Rip the Band-Aid off. Take the initial hit because it's well worth it in the long run. Highlands was mainly a summertime residence, so insulation and weather stripping and really nice glass in your windows, that was fewer and further between. So you'll look at your insulation, look at your weather stripping. When it comes to windows, you can get period appropriate windows. For your whole home, you can find period appropriate materials. We can make a board we hung yesterday look like it's 50 years old, and you can keep all the charm of your Joe Webb or your Furman Vinson or your H.L. Wilson or your William Reese. Shameless plug for the Reeses. But the more money and time you put into things like that, the more your comfort goes up and your utility bills go down. So well worth it. There's a lot more, and as we go, I'm going to make some videos about each of these things and go into a little more depth. But we would love to help you keep your historic home going. That was one of the tenets of when we started this company, is to be able to be our own form of steward for those of you who have invested in the old charm of Highlands. We appreciate you. And we'd like to help you check out your foundation, your frame, attic, roof, plumbing, electrical, all these things, and get you updated, keep you safe. Please visit our Facebook page, Woodwrights of Highlands. Like, comment, share, and don't wait too long. Call us. Thanks.